Tim Laird here with Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs, the show that takes you out to eat at your favorite local restaurants.
And I'm Kevin Harnett. We've been to a lot of great restaurants through the years, and while many are now part of local history, their flavor and recipes live on.
So join us now for a tasty blast from the past on a Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs Rewind.
Coming up next, Louisville's own reality TV.
We're live in the kitchen with the city's top chefs. Tonight we're cooking up bluegrass classics like fried green tomatoes and to die for red pepper dipping sauce.
Plus biscuit pudding with Kentucky bourbon sauce and some Kentucky cocktails to go with it. It's Secrets of Louisville Chefs live from Sullivan University's Kitchen Theater.
And it all starts right now. Hello and welcome to Louisville's newest local TV show. I'm Carrie Harnett.
And I'm Kevin Harnett. Of course, usually on Secrets of Louisville Chefs, we're out taking you to area restaurants.
But tonight we get to watch the chefs in action at Kitchen Theater at Sullivan University.
Our host, as always, is Dean Corbett, who's the owner and chef at Equus in St. Matthews. And he has a special guest tonight who's known across the country for her Kentucky cooking. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to put your hands together. This show is about to get started.
Without any further ado, let's go down to the floor of Kitchen Theater. It's all yours, Dino.
Thank you, Kevin and Carrie. TK on the music. Welcome to another exciting edition of the Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live. We are at Sullivan University National Center for Hospitality Studies Kitchen Theater, and what a theater it is. Got a great show tonight. Our guest chef tonight is from Science Hill in Shelbyville, Kentucky, a good buddy of mine, Chef Gill McCarty. Hey, Ellen. How are you, baby?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Ellen and I have been buddies for years and years. We first met on the bus to nowhere, the AKA Maker's Mark bus, on voting day, where they take hospitality professionals down to Maker's, and she was in the row in front of me. And I do remember the trip down, but I must say the trip back was
a little fuzzy.
Somewhat of a blur. We've been friends ever since, and we cook together often, and she's a tremendous chef. Science Hill, as you know, is progressive Southern cuisine. You all been out there, what, pushing 30 years?
Yeah.
And her folks, she works with her folks out there. Her mom is a longtime chef in the community, and her dad takes care of the front of the house as well. So what else is happening? You were telling me earlier that you, this first dish, first of all, tell us what you're doing here.
Fried green tomatoes with a roasted red pepper mayonnaise, and it's garnished with bacon. It's really simple. It's a nice Southern dish, easy, and it's great in any time of the year now because you can get green tomatoes any time of the year.
Right, so somebody at home, they can easily nail this one at home.
Yeah.
And you were saying that you have a lot of farmer contact out there. So
what's great about working in Shelbyville is farmers come up to my back door. I get fresh blackberries, fresh tomatoes, homegrown zucchini, corn. So it's pretty awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Really
Well, I've
fresh.
had many a fine meal out there. Science Hill is open on the weekends. They do dinner, of course, and they have the fabulous Sunday brunch and during the week lunch. And I've been in virtually every magazine from Southern Living to Bon Appetit, Gourmet, everything. So it's tremendous. Well, let's go ahead and get started with your first item here.
Okay. What I'll do is I'm going to make the sauce first. It's very simple.
This is the mayonnaise, right?
Yes.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise
right.
base. Start out with about a cup of mayonnaise. This sauce is good on anything, if you ask me.
Like
it's got
crab
mayonnaise and
cakes,
sour
anything,
cream, yeah. And I make, sometimes it's special at work, I do a fried green bacon and lettuce tomato sandwich with the sauce on it. Roasted red bell pepper, which is nice and sweet.
And that's a pepper you can just get at Gourmet Shop,
Yeah,
Kroger, whatever, and then you diced it.
I roasted it on a grill, and
All
you can do it over a gas burning stove if you don't have a grill, and put it in a paper bag and then peel it and seed it. About a quarter of a cup of Parmesan cheese. The whole thing in.
Looks great. Then these tomatoes are obviously green tomatoes are great, but could you use yellow or red tomatoes?
In fact,
just
the yellow
something
are
firm
not
though,
yet,
obviously.
exactly.
Yeah, right.
A little bit of green onion. And sometimes my tomatoes start to turn red, and they're just as good. And some capers that I've roughly chopped up. And that's basically it. And you like to make this sauce the day before because if it sits overnight, it's a lot better. It tastes better.
Also kind of sets up a little bit
Right,
on
because
the
it's
dish,
a little
right?
bit runny.
All right, so we've got a hot saute pan over here ready to roll for you.
Add a little butter to it. And you can use olive oil to make it a little bit healthier, but butter makes it better.
Indeed it does.
Okay, I got the saute pan. I sliced my tomatoes about 1/4 of an inch thick. I've got a seasoned flour. It's just regular flour, a little bit of yellow cornmeal, and some salt and pepper. A standard egg wash, it's just 1 egg with about 1 cup of milk. And then I've got a mixture here of breadcrumbs and Ritz crackers.
Ritz crackers, oh my
yeah,
goodness.
that I just did in the food processor.
Everything tastes better on a Ritz.
That's right, butter and Ritz. And just make sure that's nice and high.
Yeah, you want your heat up a little bit, or
Just
you
a
good
little
there?
bit, yeah.
All right, I can work the controls
Thank
here.
you.
Is my deal. While Ellen's cooking this, you might notice the tapestry behind us. This was created by David Schuster, an artist in Louisville, a local fellow here that's just incredibly talented. If you look closely on it, there's every imaginable type of food item on there, from the small wares of the tools that Ellen's using to the different oils and vinegars and seafood, meats, cheeses, everything. So he's incredibly talented. We sure do love his work.
It is beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Okay, I've added a little bit more butter because you like to give the breadcrumbs a little bit more flavor.
And you want those to brown up in there,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
So I'm going to let them cook just a little bit on one side, flip them over. And you could even, this is a nice dish for a party or a buffet because you could make a whole platter of them, and they're good at room temperature. They don't have to be
And you could,
piping
for that
hot.
matter, you could top these with anything, I guess,
Oh,
couldn't you?
gosh,
Goat
yeah.
cheese
Yeah.
or whatever.
Or you could do crab meat, or
Right.
you could go kind of exotic.
Yeah, because the firmness in the tomato kind of lends itself to a almost like a crunchy kind of deal.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Good. Well, they're looking great.
And I mean,
More butter. Woo.
I'm telling you.
All right, those are browning up nicely.
And you just want the tomato to stay kind of firm. There you go. And then cook about 30 seconds on that side.
All right, while
ready?
those are cooking, you want to, this is a plate I picked out for you.
Thank
Very,
you. It's
very
beautiful,
stylish.
Beautiful.
Indeed. And we're gonna go ahead and do the sauce on the base first.
Just put a little bit on the.
Now, is that a bigger serving there, or you actually, how many would you serve?
No, this
at
is
the
what I
rest?
serve at the restaurant.
Oh my goodness! Well, that could be a meal for somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, because I like to go out and graze, get a couple of appetizers and a salad,
And is this on the menu currently? Right? Does
this
this
is on the
stay
menu.
on the menu pretty regularly? All right. What else do you all have? I know you have the hot water cornbread.
yeah, we're known for our hot water cornbread and shrimp and grits, fried chicken. In
Oh, the
fact,
fried
Julia
chicken's
Child was out
fabulous.
for
I was
fried
going to say,
chicken.
Julia Child was there for the fried chicken, and I've had it. It is fabulous. And then, is it Pearl? Is that her name? Is still
No,
cook?
she's not there
She's
anymore.
retired.
No.
All right. They used to have a lady there that cooked the chicken. I know every day.
Yeah, Pearly May, but now it's Marlena that does it. I got
Marlena has replaced Pearly May.
Marlena and Kat are my two right-hand girls in the kitchen.
smells
They just take that
fantastic.
and garnish it with a little bit of crisp bacon. I use boar's head bacon. You can use whatever you want. You can use an applewood bacon. A Cajun bacon would be too strong.
Yeah, I know the apple bacon is wonderful too.
Yeah,
As well. This smells is just unbelievable. What do y'all think, Ellen Gill, so far? Beautiful. And this is just watercress, right?
Just
Regular
watercress. Yeah,
watercress.
you could garnish it with parsley or whatever, but I think watercress is a nice compliment.
Well, that looks absolutely fabulous. We're going to be coming back, cooking more with Ellen Gill McCarty from Science Hill. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Fried green tomatoes. It doesn't get any more southern than that.
I know you like the fried green tomatoes, Carrie, but just wait. We're just getting started. Wait till you see what Ellen has coming up. It's biscuit pudding with bourbon sauce. That's coming up next, right here on Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live.
Welcome back to Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live. It's all about Kentucky cooking tonight.
That's very true. Our next featured dish is biscuit pudding with Kentucky bourbon sauce.
So let's get right to it with Chef Ellen Gill McCarty and, of course, the Dean of Louisville Chefs, Dean Corbett.
All right. Thank you so much. We're back to the Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live. We are here with Chef Ellen Gill McCarty of Science Hill. who is doing some fabulous cooking for us. Ellen is about to start her second dish, a biscuit bread pudding with bourbon sauce. Let's get rolling on it.
Okay, this is really simple, and it's such a good southern recipe. I use our biscuits that we make at work, a buttermilk biscuit. And you just crumble them up. You could use day-old bread, you could use French bread, you could use white bread. This is just one way of us getting rid of our biscuits. And it makes it taste a little bit better because it's, of course, got a lot of butter in it.
I was going to say, they look like they've got a ton of butter in them.
If you're on a diet, don't come out to our place.
Yeah, I'll have the 6 pieces of chicken, the saltwater cornbread, and the biscuits.
Exactly. And you just basically want to crumble it up. You don't have to be real fine because you want some chunks in it because the milk's gonna absorb in the biscuits. And next, take about 8 eggs. Now you can scale this down. This will serve about 20 people. And what's nice about this recipe is this bread pudding freezes really well.
That's part of the reason, I guess, because of the usually things with cream don't freeze that well. Is this just kind of an exception?
Well,
to
it's
the
like
rule?
it's such a dense cake, and it's absorbed in the bread so much. It's just it just
That's
does.
great. So somebody can put this away conceivably there.
Exactly.
Now tell us, we were talking during the break. Ellen has a couple of kiddos, Spencer and Catherine. Now, how old are they?
Oh, the life of my life. Oh, the light of my eyes. They are. Catherine's 19 months, and Spencer is almost 4.
Oh my goodness.
So I've got my hands full.
I bet you do. I bet.
And Spencer loves to cook. He grew up in the kitchen. I used to take him with me when I had to work doubles. Sit him in the high chair. He'd make grits. He's like one of those unusual kids. He loves hearts of palm.
Oh.
He likes grits. But now that his sister has come along, he's decided that he wants to be fussy now.
Well.
But Catherine loves to eat.
Do they have a favorite home meal you make for them?
Steak.
Steak.
Yep.
Smart kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 cup of
deal.
sugar, 8 eggs.
And when does the fun start here with the bourbon?
Well, it's coming.
I'm ready. I want a little a funnel for this.
Yeah,
thing.
here you go.
Take the edge off during the bread pudding.
Okay, add some milk to it, whole milk. You could use half and half if you wanted to, but milk works great and it cuts down on the cost.
It looks fabulous.
Now just add the cream mixture.
How much would you say if you all sell this on a weekly basis? Is this the most popular dessert
If we
you
don't
there?
have this, we're in big trouble.
You're going to hear about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I will
Thanks.
take that. The handy helper.
Add a little more milk. And you could, sometimes if you let it sit for a little while, it's going to absorb a little bit. And if you want to add a little bit more liquid to it, you can. Stir it up. And then I have a buttered casserole dish.
There you go. Gotcha. True Southern cooking at its finest here, folks. How about it, Ellen? Doing a great job. Beautiful, beautiful. Looks quite rich.
It is. And then I have some raisins that I've marinated in some bourbon.
More bourbon.
And you can use golden raisins or you can use these raisins, whatever you have in your pantry.
And what type are these? Just regular raisins?
Regular, yeah,
raisins.
that you can get at the grocery. I tried to be friendly for the audience and did shopping at Kroger.
User friendly.
That's right.
Good. That's good. And this goes into a...
This goes into a 350 degree for about 40, 45 minutes. And you want to push your raisins down so that they don't get burned on top.
It looks fabulous. Looks fabulous. Now, is there more bourbon added in at one point?
Oh, well, wait until we make the whiskey sauce.
All right, the whiskey sauce. We're going to be right back with Chef Ellen Gill from Science Hill. Come back and we'll all get a little drunk and enjoy a little bread pudding. All right.
Take it easy down there, Dino. We still want to have more to come later in the show.
Stick around. Coming up next, more Kentucky cooking right here on Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live.
Welcome back to the Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live. We are here with Ellen Gill McCarty, who is finishing up her fabulous biscuit bread pudding. Now the fun part begins, the bourbon sauce, which I'm keenly interested in. Why don't you go ahead and take us through that?
Well, it's another light product. I have a pound of butter in here.
Lord.
And this sauce is not only good on bread pudding, it's good on ice cream. It's good just by itself in a glass.
Intravenously. Intravenously.
Add 2 cups of sugar to the pound of butter.
Good Lord.
Turn that up a
Yeah,
little
let me
bit.
get that up for you there, yeah.
Whisk that in. And you add a little bit of water to it, about 1/4 cup. And what you basically are doing here is you're just your butter's already melted in, your sugar, you want it to get not granular. Get it all melted in, a little bit more water.
My goodness.
And it kind of brings it all
Yeah,
together.
it's coming together really nice.
And to this, you're going to add 4 eggs that I'm going to whisk up over here.
Here, you want me to whip that while you're
Sure.
whipping?
And the most important part, the bourbon.
Yeah, this is amazing how this came together. It's really congealed nicely, so to speak. There's our
And
4 whole
this,
eggs.
I believe this recipe originated in New Orleans somewhere back in the days of Depression when they used their scraps off the floor. That's what my father told me, and I believe everything my father tells me.
Your father's a good man.
He is a good man. So is my mother. Okay. Yeah, I've been fortunate. Not a lot of people get to do what they love, and I love what I do, and I've got a great family that loves it too. And the hardest part was when we all lived together. Once I moved out, it was fine.
I too was blessed with the family business there. It's a good thing.
Okay, whisk the eggs up, and now you're going to add your hot mixture to the eggs. You got to be real careful because you don't want your eggs to cook. You're basically cooking the eggs with the hot liquid, kind of like a hollandaise.
It's like tempering, right?
Right.
Right. All right. You tell me when. For the hollandaise, you always want to add your clarified butter in very slowly, and if your mixture gets too thick, you can always temper it with hot water, the same temperature as the egg mixture, and kind of bring it back. If you go in too quickly, it'll break. I've made enough hollandaise in my life to, both of us have, I think.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I get an A for pouring here.
Yeah, see, it's so much helpful when you have another set of arms with you.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do this by myself.
This is where Spencer's going to come in handy.
That's right. The 4-year-old.
He can pour that in, not the bourbon.
What's his favorite thing to cook?
He loves making cookies. He loves mashing potatoes.
Oh my goodness.
And if you're going to make this ahead, refrigerate. You have to refrigerate your sauce. But when you want to pull it back out of the fridge, it's going to be hard, so you're going to put it in a water bath to heat it up, because if you don't, you'll cook the eggs.
All right, and now the fun.
Now the fun part. We've got some Old Forester bourbon.
From our good friends at Brown-Forman.
And you can add a little, or you can add a
Yeah,
lot.
I used to have a lot too. I should get my water glass again.
That's right. And you can really smell the bourbon.
This is great. Next week we can have Kentucky, or Budweiser Select is one of our sponsors as well. So I think we'll be having a beer episode next week.
And that's it. I'll plate it up.
That looks fabulous. Let me have this. Thank you very much.
Okay. Just take a little bit of your bread pudding.
How long did that take to bake?
40 to 45 minutes, depending upon your oven.
All right. This is going to be fabulous.
There's a little bread pudding,
Little ladle of the sauce.
a little ladle of the sauce or two.
Fantastic. Look at this.
A little mint.
That looks great. We're going to put a little fresh mint on there. We'd like to thank Ellen for coming in from Science Hill. She's one of my best buddies in the world. She came in there, and it's great to see you again.
Thanks.
This dish is fabulous. We're going to garnish it with a little
whipped cream on the
whipped cream
side.
and fresh mint. And there you have it, folks. Science Hill Inn's bourbon bread pudding with bourbon sauce, or actually biscuit bread pudding with bourbon
Biscuit bread
sauce.
pudding.
That's right.
Come out and try it.
We'll be right back with matching some wines with these great dishes. Welcome back to the Secrets of Louisville Chef Live. We are here with our good buddy Jerry Rogers from the Party Mart. Jerry, we've just had Chef Ellen Gill McCarty from Science Hill. What do you think we're going to pair with this? We've got fried green tomatoes with a red pepper mayonnaise first.
You know, these chefs like Ellen, they make it so hard for guys like us. It's a conundrum. It's a conundrum.
It's a conundrum.
Let's drink conundrum. This is a great little wine that a great winery in California produces. They call it Conundrum. It is the strangest blend of grapes. I've never seen these grape varieties blended together before. They use Chardonnay, Muscat, Sauvignon Blanc, Riesling, everything under the sun. But boy, it makes a wine that just tastes delicious. And it's going to work great with this thing. it can't help but work great.
Indeed. What about the, we've got biscuit bread pudding with a bourbon sauce. Now, obviously with bourbon,
what are you going to
kinda
do?
Stuck.
And, you know, Ellen left out a real interesting point. When you're cooking with a great deal of butter, whenever you add bourbon to something really rich, like 5 pounds of butter, I think it was, the bourbon actually negates the fat grams, and it has a slimming effect that begins with one's hips. They're laughing. It works for us,
I'll be having 3 portions of that.
So we made a great Manhattan using Woodford Reserve bourbon, and the trick is, you'll notice there is not a shaker on this table. Message to all bartenders, you don't shake Manhattans. It clouds the bourbon and it waters it down a lot. Manhattans are supposed to be rather potent cocktails, I think.
Now, bourbon before wine? What's the rule on this?
I think it's all of the above.
It's all of the above
at
the same time,
you know, we can do whatever we want, Dean.
Well, let's grab these Manhattans. Here's to you, my boy.
Thanks,
for
Ellen.
coming out. Ellen, wonderful job. Thanks to everyone for watching another episode of the Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live. We want to thank Jerry Rogers for being here. We want to thank Mr. Walt Freeman and Kentucky Indiana Lumber and Sullivan University for making this show possible. Have a great time. We'll see you next time. Kevin and Carrie, hope you got it all down.
Got it all, Dino. Don't you worry. I just hope there's not a quiz anytime soon. Thanks for another great show in Kitchen Theater.
And thanks to you for watching right along with us. That's all the time we have for now, but thanks for joining us for Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live. Good night and bon appetit.
Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live is recorded in front of a live studio audience at Sullivan